Hello, my name is Senica and this is my story. My story starts towards the end of 2020 when I had a friend who committed suicide, and someone who was really close to my heart. And then fast forward a little bit, I had someone else who I love very dearly start dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts. And in my past, I had a family member who had also dealt with these mental issues and depression very heavily. And so during this time and this experience with each of these people, I started to feel just like this heavy guilt of feeling like I needed to take care of them, and I needed to know what they needed all the time. And I also became very angry with God of, why are you allowing this to happen? Why are you letting these people who I love so much deal with all these heavy things? And I also just started kind of doubting, like, what am I even doing here? Like, why? What is my purpose? What does God want me to do with this? How does he want to use me through all of these situations where there's all of this heavy, deep stuff? And so through that, I just kind of got to this point of just numbness to life. And I never got to the point myself of wanting to hurt myself or dealing with any of those thoughts, but it was just, what am I even doing here? Like, why am I on this earth? I don't want to live if I am not even doing anything to help the people around me. And it just became this really dark time in my life of understanding who I was and knowing what to do to help these other people. And so through that time, I was not very vulnerable with other people. I buried it down deep so that other people didn't know what I was feeling. But eventually my parents kind of started to notice, like, something's off, something's not right. And I got to this point where I knew I needed help in understanding my guilt and understanding how to deal with it. But I didn't know who to reach out to. And so my parents kind of helped me figure out who I wanted to go see, and I scheduled some counseling. And at the time, it was like, what am I even doing? Like, this is so expensive, and I'm gonna cause another financial thing for my parents to have to pay for. And here I am, I'm gonna go and talk to this random person who has no idea who I am and just share all of my life with them. And there's all these people around me, obviously, who are dealing with way worse things and actually are having suicidal thoughts, and now I'm wasting this person's time when they could be meeting with those people who need it more. And just all of this guilt just piling on top of each other of all these different things, and just all these lies that the enemy was throwing at me. And but eventually I realized, like, that was one of the best things I could have done for myself, was going to counseling and reaching out for that help. And through that process, I obviously learned, and I grew so much in knowing who I was and growing in myself, but also understanding who God was and growing in my relationship with him. And one of my biggest takeaways from this point in my life was just God's unconditional agape love that he has for us. And during this time, I also chose to distance myself from some relationships for a little while, because I needed to learn how to love myself and how to take care of myself before I could take care of and love them the way that I wanted to. And so through those friendships of those people and the way they loved and supported me through it, and my parents and just this random stranger who didn't even know me, the love and the care that they had for me during this time gave me just a glimpse of the love that Jesus has for us. And so that was just a very pivotal time for me, and finally that clicking and understanding, like, just how deeply Jesus loves us. And even though I doubted and was angry with him, that he walked alongside me each step of the way. And so the biggest things that I want people to know is, like, that agape love that Jesus has for them, that he loves you no matter what, and he is going to walk alongside you no matter what. And also that it is okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out to other people. It's okay to share what you're going through. It doesn't have to be this deep, dark struggle that you're having. It could be simple, light things. But it's okay to ask others for help and to reach out to them and to ask people to walk alongside you and support you. Because that our enemy is going to throw those lies at you and want you to believe those lies. And so knowing the hope and the joy that you have in Jesus and the love that he has for you makes all the difference. And know, most importantly, that you are not alone in this walk.